Sometimes you need to time out a promise in JavaScript. For example, when it calls some API through a third-party library which takes too long to respond. As an example, I have set up this function that awaits a long-running task which needs 30 seconds to finish. But in the real app it might never finish at all and just keep running indefinitely until you leave the page. To create a timeout we can use Promise.Race, which is pretty cool because it takes an array of promises and it will reject or resolve as soon as the first promise in this array rejects or resolves. All the remaining promises will just be ignored. We can wrap it into a function and pass our promise to it, together with another promise that rejects after a timeout using JavaScript's setTimeout function. We'll wrap our promise into this timeout function, pass a timeout value to it, and now after 3 seconds our long-running task is aborted. We can also pass an error with an error message as the third argument to the setTimeout function. This will give us a stack trace with a readable error message. And it's also a good idea to stop the timeout after Promise.Race has resolved using the clear timeout function in a finally block. If our promise resolves before the timeout, we get our result. And this timeout function is very useful because